President Zelensky, the Ukrainian people will decide on any territorial concessions.
WHO welcomes Vietnam's strong stance on banned e-cigarettes, heated tobacco products.
Preserving intangible cultural heritage in modern life.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news by Nghệ An Press and Broadcasting Agency. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first step of the show. President Volodymyr Zelensky just hinted at a referendum that would allow the people of Ukraine to decide whether to cede land to Russia to end the conflict.
About an hour ago, we had conversation with
The comment came as the U.S. pressures Kiev to concede the Donbass region as part of the peace settlement, a Kremlin war goal and a red line for Kyiv, as it is prohibited by the Ukrainian constitution. President Volodymyr Zelensky, speaking to reporters on December 11th, said it is ultimately the Ukrainians' decision on the price for peace, hinting at possible elections or referendums. Mr. Zelensky also confirmed rumors that current proposals would force Ukraine to withdraw troops from its own territory. President Zelensky also said military developments could influence ongoing talks.
Bulgaria's coalition government, led by Prime Minister Zelensky, just resigned on December 11th, a day after thousands of Bulgarians took to the streets in nationwide protests.
Mr. Zelensky announced the decision minutes before lawmakers voted on the sixth no-confidence motion against his government. The motion, brought forward by opposition parties over what they described as failures in economic policy. On December 10th, tens of thousands of people protested across Bulgaria. They blamed the government for economic policies, especially for its 2026 draft budget, which has been withdrawn. Similar rallies have continued for weeks. Mr. Zelensky's government was sworn in on June 16 after snap elections in October 2024, the 7th parliamentary election in Bulgaria in 3.5 years.
The World Health Organization, WHO, just warmly welcomed the decision by Vietnam's National Assembly to add electronic cigarettes and heated tobacco products to its list of products that is not legal to invest in or trade commercially in the law on investment.
EU representative in Vietnam, Dr. Angela Pratt said, "Who is delighted with the decision to include e-cigarettes and heated tobacco products in the list of banned enterprises under the investment law. This is crucial for upholding the National Assembly's ban on these products." The Vietnam's National Assembly's historic vote in November 2024 to adopt Resolution 173 on prohibiting the production, trade, importation, harboring, transportation, and use of these products was a true public health milestone. Rightly drawing international praise, the WHO said in a press release on December 11th. This week, the NA agreed not to allow any investment or commercial business related to e-cigarettes and heated tobacco products in Vietnam without exception.
Upcoming are some updated news.
Spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Pham Thu Hong, said that almost Vietnamese citizens in the areas of armed clashes along the Cambodia-Thailand border have already been evacuated to safe locations. On December 9th, the Vietnamese diplomatic missions in Cambodia and Thailand called on Vietnamese citizens to carefully consider traveling to areas with complex security developments and proactively leave those areas to ensure personal and property safety. Vietnamese citizens were advised to strictly comply with local authorities' regulations and guidance and maintain contact with the Vietnamese diplomatic missions in Cambodia and Thailand.
After a 6-month closure for runway repairs, Vinh Airport will resume operations from December 19th, featuring several new technologies, including a biometric identification system that helps shorten check-in times and enhance safety. The entire process, from check-in, security screening, to boarding, was test run according to the new standards, in preparation for official operations starting December 19th. Passengers on the flight will experience biometric identification at the check-in gates and the security area. The technology allows the system to verify identity faster than traditional paper documentation checks.
Top speed. With mass public vaccinations alongside
Russia
the
officially
national
introduced the
security
first
defense
3
and
batches of
volunteers.
cancer vaccines
We also defended
tested at the
vaccines
Gamaleya
early
Institute in
registration
Moscow,
for public
where the
use,
COVID-19
saying it
Sputnik
went
5
fine.
vaccine was invented.
Concerns among
This
some
step is
observers
expected to
that
open
it
up a more accurate
prioritizing
treatment
national
for malignant
prestige
tumors.
over solid
According to
science
director
and
Alexander
safety.
Ginsberg, this is a cancer vaccine developed based on the mRNA platform and supported by artificial intelligence, AI, aiming to attack malignant tumors using the genetic data of each patient. The new drug has the ability to reduce tumors and slow down the growth rate by 60–80%, depending on the characteristics of each patient.
Nghệ An possesses a rich and diverse treasure trove of intangible cultural heritage. The folk songs, festivals, and traditional knowledge have become characteristics hallmarks of the various ethnic communities. However, in modern life, many valuable heritage assets are facing the risk of fading away. Solutions are needed to preserve and promote the value of heritage. More in the story today.
Many types of valuable heritage are little known, and few people seek to learn about them. Young people are no longer interested in traditional festivals. The space for practicing Vijayam and traditional festivals is increasingly being narrowed. Some festivals and performances lose their original authenticity due to commercialization.
Trong cuộc sống hiện đại thì các giá trị di sản
In
văn hóa
modern
cũng như
life, the
lễ
values
hội
of
truyền
cultural
thống thì đang
heritage, as
đứng
well
trước
as
các nguy
traditional
cơ thách thức
festivals,
là
are
sự xa
facing
rời
the
của
risk
cộng
of
đồng, đặc biệt là
alienation
cái
from
giới
the
trẻ.
community,
Thứ hai là
especially among the
cái tính
youth,
hấp dẫn
as
của
the
lễ hội,
content of the
các nội
festivals
dung
is
của lễ
no
hội là
longer
không có
appealing
hấp
or
dẫn và phong
rich.
phú.
Với xã hội phát triển ngày nay thì lớp trẻ có
Today,
nhiều cái
as
nhu cầu
society
để mà
develops, young
tiếp
people have a
cận cái
greater
cuộc
need
sống
to
hiện đại
access modern
nên
life
là với
compared to
phai nhạt
traditional
hơn so
cultural
với cái giá
values.
trị văn hóa truyền.
To preserve and promote intangible cultural heritage, many artisans have diligently collected and restored rituals, revived folk songs, maintained club activities, and opened training classes for the younger generation. Local authorities have also provided financial support and created communal living spaces to safeguard and promote the heritage. Many forms of folk culture have been introduced into schools and integrated into festivals and tourism activities. This helps the heritage not only be preserved, but also spread widely in contemporary life.
Công tác tuyên truyền vẫn phải là đi đâu.
Communication and propagation must be prioritized so that people can recognize the value and significance of traditional culture, thereby developing the consciousness to preserve and promote it.
Amidst the changes of modern life, intangible cultural heritage remains a connecting thread for the community, preserving the distinct identity of each land. Preserving cultural heritage is not just about appreciating the past, but also about safeguarding the roots and identity to pass on to future generations.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.